Good morning, everyone. Thank you for enjoying this beautiful morning with me. It's good to see you all. The beauty of God. Amen. Yes, it is. Very relaxing, Pandy. I see they are constructing something down there. Looks like they're redoing the pool. So we may unfortunately hear some soaring, some electric tools. But it's not going to take away from this beauty. It's great to see Loving Myself, Auntie Mama's Kitchen, Pandy's Hair, Candy and More, and Krug's Blogger. Yes, Auntie Mama. Thank you, Lord, for another beautiful day. You waking me up this morning, started me on my way. Yes, it is, Pandy. And we have a wedding this evening on the beach. One of my childhood friends is marrying another one of our childhood friends, her neighbor across the street. They never, ever dated growing up. Her and I have been best friends since 4th grade. They've never even considered each other. He's about 2 years older than us and was great friends with her brothers. They lived directly across the street, and they reconnected all these years later. And tonight they will say I do. I'm honored to be one of the witnesses, and I cannot wait. Look at God. It feels so good. It's actually kind of hot. I'm getting ready to put on my swimsuit and get some breakfast and then walk the shores. It does, Loving Myself, and it is amazing. It feels like it's about 80 degrees right now. And is it what, 9 o'clock, 8 o'clock? 8 o'clock. And the breeze off of the ocean is very slight. With the waves coming in, you would think it would be more robust, but it's very slight. Thank you, Auntie Mama's Kitchen. I will. Thank you so much. I will enjoy all of those things, all of the above. Look how we're higher than the birds are flying. Look at the birds. Those are huge. I'm going to enjoy every moment, every minute. Thank you. You too, Auntie Mama's Kitchen. Have a wonderful day. All right, Pandy's here, Candy and more. Enjoy your day. I hope to see you at noon. If I can, if I remember, if I'm not just lost in time for your shorts. And Auntie Mama's Kitchen, I'll see you one morning this next week for your live. Thanks for stopping by. Okay. Well, next Saturday. And I'll have some great shorts. Pandy's Hair Candy and more. And if you all don't know, Pandy's Hair Candy and more, Boris Life Online, and Be Amazing Sylvia, they have shorts. Opportunity for you to network and check out everyone's shorts that comes in. And they do it 3 days a week. I believe the days are Monday, Thursday, and Saturday. I always try and catch the Saturday at 12 noon. It's a great way to meet great, amazing content creators here on YouTube, see their shorts, get a taste of what their content is about, or just their lifestyle, what the things that they're checking out. And it's a wonderful group of content creators. They are a great tribe. You will always meet someone new. And again, it's Monday, Thursday, and Saturday. I believe Monday it starts at 8:30, Thursday at 8:30, and Saturday at 12 noon. So mark your calendars. They're going to go surfing. And Auntie Mama's Kitchen, she goes live every morning, early in the morning. I want to say 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And you can grab your coffee and join her for a great conversation. Loving Myself is a new content creator. She has a family. I know a daughter who's turning 12, I guess today. It's her birthday today. Happy birthday to your daughter. And she's new, so she's getting her content together. She does have content out there, so go check her out. Wonderful group of people. Oh yeah, this is the beach where you can drive your car. I'm not sure where the entry point is, but here is a couple of cars. I may drive my car on here just to have that experience, but I'm not quite sure what the attraction is to drive on the beach, especially your vehicle. Now, a dune buggy, I would love to drive a dune buggy on the beach. I have an aunt that married my father's brother that used to call me Dune Buggy when I was growing up. The sand definitely looks smooth enough to drive on. You can see how far up the water came. The beachfront is starting to get narrower for sure. Look at it even down there. I know throughout the day the water's going to recede more, but naturally it looks like it wants to be up close. Because that wet sand looks like it wants to be wet. Look at it all the way down. You can see the imprint of the water. And how far up it really wants to come and stay. Yeah, that sand is very smooth. There's not too many beaches I know where you can ride a bike. I wonder if I can drive on the beach to the wedding ceremony. That would be cool. I can't wait to walk on this sand. I'm just amazed looking at this person riding their bike. There's not even bike tracks behind it. So that sand must be very compacted and smooth. They're moving pretty quickly too. It's interesting. And there are quite a few, I want to say, mid to luxury hotels here and beautiful homes. And I don't see any chairs that you can rent. Usually at the beach, they start putting out all the chairs for the hotel guests. But I guess because of the composition of this beach, they don't do that here. Hmm. So this is probably a great walking beach. I can't wait to go down. This, look at the cars down there that are parked now. Hope you can see it. Let me know in the chat, even in the replay, if you can see those cars that are parked. It's so bright I can't tell if you can see what I see. Yaya's Best Life, good morning to you. Can you let me know, Yaya's Best Life, if you can see all those cars that are parked down this beach? If you're still here. It doesn't take away from the beauty. Okay, I'm gonna turn down again. Okay. Do you see them parked? All right. Okay. All the way down. I can't. Let me see. I think that's showing it. I love the beach too. It gives me so much life. And this is my first time staying at this beach. I've been to this beach before, but it's interesting so far. I mean, cars can drive on the beach. People ride their bikes on the beach. So my favorite beach in America is in Destin, Florida. And there is no way you could ever drive on that beach or ride a bike. The sand is extremely soft. It's like powder there. But here, it looks like the sand is more compact and slick. But it definitely looks like the water is coming closer to us. I thought it was just the tide coming in last night. I know the tide is still high, but I know that they have had challenges with the beaches here with it eroding and taking away a lot of the sand, doing what it wants to do, what it needs to do. Can't contain God. And that's because of the weather that they've been having, that we've all been having really, in different parts of the country, especially this past winter and fall. Yeah, you saw the cars? And those are parked. So I'm here for a wedding, and I'm wondering if I can just drive down the beach to where the location will be. I'm gonna see. I'm definitely going to check that out. See if that's a possibility. Look how long the shoreline is. Okay. Some clouds were trying to hide the sun, but here it comes. It's so warm. I'm actually sweating a little bit. Good morning, Golda. Thank you for coming back. It's good to see you. Yes, I would love that. I did. I arrived safely. It was a wonderful drive. No issues, thank God. I'm not too far from you. Yaya's Best Life. I'm down a little further. So here, I mean, I've seen SUVs, cars, pickup trucks. I heard that you can drive on the beach here, but I was like, oh, they probably have dune buggies that you can rent. But no, people are driving their personal vehicles. Here comes a car now. You'll see it. It's making its way. Here's another car. Hope you can see it. It must be this particular coastline that has this kind of more impacted sand. Okay. Thank you, Golda. That car is turning around. Or parking. I think they're parking. The sun is so bright, I can't really see my screen, so I hope you can see what I see. A natural salty car wash, for sure. I wonder if they have to get some kind of permit to drive on the beach. Like proof that their car doesn't leak oil. I don't know. I feel like there should be some type of test before you can drive on the water. I'm sorry, on the sand. Yaya's Best Life, do they also ride bikes? at St. Augustine, on St. Augustine beaches, because people are able to ride their bikes and it looks effortless. I would think the sand would make it more challenging, but look, they're not even leaving track marks. I don't know. I love sitting on the beach. I love the ocean, but I'm going to definitely do it, and I'm going to see how comfortable I am with cars and bikes moving all around. That's very interesting. It's different. Yes, very compact. If I have to choose between the pool or the ocean, I'm going to take the ocean every time. Every time. Which do you prefer? The pool or the ocean? Or the lake? I like a lake too, but the lake doesn't have enough movement for me like an ocean. Yeah, I said absolutely ocean. Yes. See, he's just riding his bicycle. Boom, boom. Nothing to it. That's a whole different life. You can tell your Uber Eats or your Postmates delivery to pull up on the sand side of your house because you're out back. Yes, ocean is so much freedom, and you have to respect it. You have to respect any body of water, be it a pool, lake, or the ocean. But there is so much freedom. Water is very powerful, and it is the most essential thing in the world. We can live longer without food than we can without water. Everyone needs water to survive. You gonna see me on the yacht in a little bit? All right. I love a good yacht cruise. For our honeymoon, we went to Young Island, but the package included a 2-night, 3 stay on a yacht. And we had a captain and a cook. And it was just my husband and I on the yacht. And we went to 2 other islands, Mystique and Bequia. And it was the most beautiful, connecting experience. Sometimes we would jump off the side of the yacht and swim ashore to one of those islands, or the captain had a boat, a smaller boat, that he would take us to the shore. And we threw a line out, actually caught a barracuda. It's crazy. I'm like, wait, that was swimming out there with us? Hold on. But it was a wonderful experience. Some things, no matter how long ago it occurred, you will never forget, and it will always seem like yesterday, because that was 30 years ago, and I remember it like it was yesterday. Good morning, Ruthie's This and That and family. Welcome in. Good morning to you. Thanks for stopping by. And Yaya's best life, it was interesting because yesterday my daughter said, I thought St. Augustine was in North Carolina. And I told her that's the university, St. Augustine State University, which is an HBCU, and that's in North Carolina. And that's what she was most familiar with. So when we passed St. Augustine and saw the sign, she was like, oh, wait, I thought that was in North Carolina. So I'm going to let her know, you know what? Someone in my life today, Yaya's best life is from St. Augustine, lives there. Yeah, it's been 30 years. And you know, the crazy thing about being on that yacht cruise with my husband, we did a lot. I mean, the island, Young Island, is only about, it's less than 50 square feet. I'm sorry, it's less than 50 acres, let's say. And it's surrounded by water. So every time we stepped off that island, we were always surrounded by water and we had to go via boat. I know we took a speedboat tour and we went to a restaurant that the only thing on that island, it was just a strip of land in the middle of the ocean, was this restaurant. It was it was breathtaking. And along the way to the restaurant, we would jump off the speedboat. And you know, speedboats aren't that big. Don't ask me. We just jumped off and go snorkeling. And it was as if we were in a fish tank. It was the most beautiful thing. And I remember even on that speedboat, he took us to this other island and we had to anchor, I don't know, maybe 50 yards from the shore. And we had to get off and swim to the shoreline, walk across the beach through a forest of sorts. It was definitely a forest. And in the middle of that forest was the most beautiful, beautiful waterfall. It was breathtaking, so unexpected. And he never told us where we were walking to. And I remember my husband and I jumped into the waterfall, you know, into the depths of the water. I don't know even how deep it goes, or went. And it was the coldest water I've ever jumped into. It was like my soul jumped out of my body. But when I think about it, and this is the interesting piece, is that all that time on the yacht, on that speedboat, going from here to there, we never saw or put on or was asked if we needed it, a life jacket. We never had a life jacket. And they never asked if we could swim. They just was like, come on. I guess they figured if you can't swim, what you doing here? But there was no safety, no, you know, if this happens, call this person. We didn't have even cell phones, so who we going to call, you know? Because this was back in 1995. And when we look back on it, it's like, yo, that's just being young. Because now at my age, 30 years later, There's no way. I'm looking where, in case of an emergency, what's going on? Don't we have to do a safety training first? What's happening? Yes, living in the moment. That's the beauty of being young. You learn as you go. And yeah, older people can tell you things, but some things you need to just do because God takes care of his kids. And that's when you really learn that when you're young. Because some of the things you might get entangled with, you're like, oh, it's by the grace of God that I'm still here. Okay, Ruthie's this and that and family. So we're further south than St. Augustine, but we're in that vicinity. And it sounds like the beaches here mimic those in St. Augustine where you can drive on the beach. So, so Destin, which is my favorite beach in the United States, is on the Emerald Coast. And oh my goodness, that sand is pure white and it's soft like powdered sugar. It is, it's so amazing. There's no way that you could ever ride a bicycle, especially, or drive on that sand. And it's cool. It stays cool all year around, no matter how hot it is. The sand in Destin stays really cool. But in case you didn't hear, I am here for a wedding. My childhood friend is marrying another childhood friend of ours. They grew up directly across the street from each other, never ever dated. He was about 2 years older than us and good friends with her brothers. And they reconnected after all of these years. And they decided to say, I do. And I think it's such a beautiful love story. And this evening, they're going to get married on the beach. And I'm excited to be a witness to their union. And it's just so amazing that they are found each other after all these years. And it's like they've known each other their whole lives, basically. And she was just telling me yesterday how even though they never dated, because he's such good friends with her brothers, he has pictures of her nephews that she didn't even have because, he's really good friends with her brothers. And so their families are already connected. So this is really going to be like a family reunion and joining that family together, those two families together. Yes, it's going to be at 5 p.m. And I'm here for it. I was so surprised that they're together. I'm surprised, but not at the same time. It's not that far fetched, but it's just because they live directly across the street and he's never been a topic of conversation. Her and I have been best friends since fourth grade. And that's just, he was never that one. It wasn't like, oh, I wish or I hope or I like. None of that. So you just never know. They've known each other probably since they both were probably 7 and 9 years old. And here they are, 55 and 58, saying I do. It's the right time. It's God's time. She's been married before. She's a widow. I believe he has been married before too. I'm not sure if he's divorced or widowed. But they are at that time in their life when they know what they want, and it's sure shot. The sun is definitely going up higher in the sky. I'm going to get ready to go so I could throw on my swimsuit and be amongst the walking down there. But I'm going to find a good spot. I like to sit where I can feel the water a little bit, you know, where the water is coming up, maybe up to my ankles. And usually throughout the day, I have to move down a little bit further as the water starts to recede as the day goes on. And I'm just going to hang out on the beach until about maybe 3, and then come in to get ready, shower and change, and enjoy the wedding festivities. I know it's going to be a long night. Probably so many people from our hometown will be here. I know it's going to be a small wedding, so even if it's just their family, it's going to be a family reunion for me, definitely. I haven't seen many of them, most of them, in probably 35 years. So I'm excited to reunite. We all have grown children now. We're on the other side of 50 now, over the halfway point. I know it's going to be a lot of remember when stories shared. Those are the best. And this is a good time to be here. I was concerned at first, thinking maybe spring break would be happening, but it's not this weekend. So that's really good. Not a lot of people are here. Good morning, Black Guns and Gardens. How are you? It's good to see you. It's good beach vibes today. I'm gonna take full advantage of this ocean. The ocean gives me energy. It helps me to re-energize, get my head clear. I'm able to meditate even more effectively at the beach by focusing on the sounds of the waves and just be able to have more clarity so I can continue to be more creative and innovative with what I do on a daily basis. It's a lot going on, a lot to come. Look at these birds. And I need to be at my best. God always knows when to draw me back to the ocean to get that energy from him. I have his energy every day, all day. Don't even forget about that. But this ocean, it gives me that extra. Sometimes you need that extra. It is a beautiful view. This is a very interesting beach. Yaya's Best Life was sharing here that where she's from, where she lives, that they are able to drive and ride their bikes on the beach too. I've never experienced that, but that does not take away from the beauty. It adds more character. It's so much more interesting, I think. I mean, look at those cars parked down there. That's so interesting that you can do that. I mean, if you live close to this, why aren't you here right now? Listen, I would probably live a minimalist life because why do I need all of that in my house when I'm outside? I'm at the beach. Oh, where are you? I'm at the beach. After meetings, where's Sherry going? To the beach? If anyone ever wondered where I am, they would remember I'm at the beach. I would probably just have my bed, a few things in the fridge, a sofa. I'm sure my husband would want a comfortable seating area. Maybe he wouldn't come as much, but he loves the beach too. So, listen, it would be such a minimalist life. My clothes would just consist of a variety of bathing suits and cover-ups. I would have water shoes in every color, water sandals in every color. I probably eventually would get a straw hat, but right now I love the sun on my head. It just that vitamin D straight to the brain is everything. I wonder what he has in that trailer. Looks like some type of. Oh, oh wait, those are chairs. I stand corrected. I had just said I've never been to a beach where there's, mid to high end resorts where they didn't have rental chairs available. So okay, hold on, because I was going to go and buy some chairs. And I hope I can rent it for multiple days. I know in Destin you can rent it for multiple days, and they put your name on it, and every morning they'll pull them back out, and so when you come, you have your spot. I love it. All right, so they pulling the chairs out. I don't know. I may still just get a small. I like the small beach chairs. I can move it because again, I love it when the water is coming up as high as my ankle. As I'm sitting down. Where it comes up and then it recedes back. I love that. And this is right in front of my hotel, so I know these are for us. All right, let me get ready. Yeah, I hope you're able to step out and enjoy the beach today. As you know, it's going to be a beautiful day here in Florida. And y'all, I'm just so excited to be here and get my day started. It's already started with you all, so I appreciate you for coming in and experiencing this view with me. I tried not to talk as much because I wanted you to just enjoy the sound. Sometimes just vicariously through someone else, you can experience that energy too. I know that's why I enjoy watching beach scenes and, just people at the water. And I don't know, it just does something. Just like if I look at mukbangs, I know I gain weight without even eating, just watching other people eat. So vicariously through exercising, I feel like I've exercised when I'm watching others exercise. I tell my kids, do enough for me too. No, I do my thing, but I hope everyone enjoys their Saturday. I definitely will be back throughout the day. I'm only going to do live probably from my balcony because I know sometimes when you do lives, when you're down close to the water, it gets blurry, and I just want to respect the scenery. So I'll do some pre-records, and I hope you can check those out. Those will definitely be ASMR ocean sounds because I'm just going to enjoy it and do it for you to enjoy as well. You're welcome, Yaya. You are so welcome. All right. I will see you all later. It's been my pleasure. Remember, every day, even today, practice. Practice something, learn something new, experience something different. Put that in your toolbox so you could take it with you. That's your new skill. That's your new thing. But practice every day so when you get into play, you will always play to win. I am your coach, Sherry.